Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm going to continue working on my altered book for my design team project for LineDotArrow. I'm going to work with the April kits like I did before, and I'm going to start by covering all the spaces that I need to cover. I'm going to start by grunging up the papers, and I'm using my scissors. Once I'm done distressing the edges, I am going to ink around, and I'm going to use my vintage photo and ground espresso. After that I'm going to sew around the edges, and then I'm going to glue everything down. In the insides of the triangles, I'm going to cut off a piece so that it will be less bulky. And I'm going to tape it down with some tape to make sure that nothing will get stuck. And then I'm going to glue down the pockets as well. I ran into a little problem while gluing these down. Once I had glued down both of the triangle pockets, the page wouldn't really lay flat anymore. And I have no idea what I do wrong. I don't know. Yeah, you can see. I don't know if you can see it, but it doesn't want to stick on the same place once I fold the page over and back, and I got so annoyed by it that I stopped working on this page for like 3 days. But yeah, if you know the reason why that is happening, please let me know, because it's highly frustrating. And then I decide to do some stamping on the middle strip. And then I messed up with the stamping as well, so that was annoying. Everything went wrong that day. I think it's after the stamping that I stopped working on the page for that day. So then I was like, okay, let's just stamp the button word, and that one messed up as well. So yeah, I just couldn't do it right. It wasn't my day. And that's also when I got a bit discouraged, and I didn't really feel like crafting because everything went wrong. But yeah, I just took a few days off. I'm then going to cover up my mistake with some tea-dyed paper from my stash. And this is another day, and I'm going to work on my center point. I am going to use this lady, and I'm going to tear everything because I like the look. And then going to do some inking. I'm going to add that doily, and then I decided that I wanted to use some of my frames. These are from Craft a Clock. I'm then going to ink the frame a bit. I'm just going over with my dauber and some vintage photo, and after that I'm also going to add some ground espresso. I'm also going to roughen up the inside of the frame a bit. I'm then also going to add a piece of acetate, and this is the same acetate as I used in the first video. And I'm then going to look for 2 more pictures to add into frames as well. And these are unfortunately all the frames that I have, but I really like these, so I might have to get some more frames now. So these are the 2 pictures that I've chosen, and I'm also going to add the acetate to those. I'm going to roughen up the edges as well and do some inking, same as I did with the bigger picture. Then I'm going to add a tiny bit of glue to attach the picture, and then I'm gonna do some sewing. And then I'm going to lay them in the position that I want, and once I'm happy I'm going to stick them down a bit with some double-sided tape. I'm not going to glue them down completely because I might want to add something behind it. I'm not sure yet. I then, when I did the splattering and I wanted to remove a bit of the splattering, the actual ink of the acetate let loose. And then I was like, oh, that's actually a pretty nice effect. So that was like a happy accident. And then I'm going to try to recreate that myself. So I'm going to scratch a bit of the layer off, and then I'm going to use my nails to open it up. And I'm then going to stick everything down because I don't think I'm going to put like a big piece of fabric behind. I'm not going to put glue to the edges, all the way to the edges I mean, because I might stick something small behind there. I'm going to make this tab and I'm going to stamp the word original on it, and then I'm going to add 2 breads. I hope you aren't too bothered by the glare sometimes on my new mat. I try to minimize it by putting my project in frame, but yeah, sometimes I'm just working on something small, so unfortunately I cannot always make sure you don't see me. I hope you don't mind. I'm then going to add a bit of texture, and I'm going to use some gauze, and I want to color it a bit, so I'm going to put it to a bit of vintage photo with some water. And I'm then going to put it behind the pictures. For this number plate, I used some mini breads, and these are also from Tim Holtz. I'm then going to add a bit of drywall tape and a scrap piece of paper. Unfortunately, the drywall tape isn't very noticeable. I'm then going to add this snippet from Tim Holtz. I then want to add a bit more decorations, so I'm going for these two flowers, which are also from Tim Holtz. And then I'm going to work on some tags and journal cards on the left side, or right side, sorry. I'm going to back them up with a piece of vintage ledger. And then I'm going to roughen them up with my sanding disc. Then I'm going to put some ink on my mixed media mat, and I'm going to use some peacock blue and vintage photo, as well as some water. I'm then going to add another tab to this journal card, and I'm going to distress it with my sanding disc and then do some stamping. And once I attach it, I'm going to add two eyelets, or one eyelet, one or two. We are also nearing the end of the video now. I hope you enjoyed this project. I have a very fun video coming up this Sunday probably. Maybe I'll need a bit longer, but you will see. If it doesn't get posted on Sunday, it will be Tuesday probably. But yeah, I'm going to try to post it on Sunday. So yeah, I want to thank you all for watching, and if you're new to my channel, please consider to subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. Also, leave a like if you liked this project and a comment. And yeah, thank you all. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!